Welcome to the New Motorcycle Mechanic, and today I'm going to show you guys how I got rid of this problem. The problem here is that the gas cap was not attached to the gas tank. You can see here that the metal that was holding the gas cap on allowed you to leverage it so that it would open up and you could put your gas in, was not working. And this is going to require me to actually remove the entire chrome piece that you see here and replace the cylinder on a new gas cap that I received. So here you can see I am pulling off the gas cap, showing you where the metal is broken, and then going through and removing all of the screws so that I can get the chrome piece off so I can get to that broken piece of metal. Now, while I was doing this, I decided it would be a good idea to go ahead and clean up all of the gunk and debris and all the sorts of stuff that had accumulated on this gas tank since, well, who knows how long that stuff's been there, but at least the 8 years since it was probably last ridden. And this was just a ceramic cleaner that I had picked up from somewhere, and it did a pretty good job of getting in there and getting all that grime and other sorts of stuff out of it without me having to go use a full can of wash and soaps and all that sort of stuff and worried about getting that in the gas tank. This was just a spray on, apply, wipe off, and it worked pretty well. So here I'm showing you the new gas cap I'm going to put on versus where the old one was broken, so you can get a sense of what that piece of metal looked like under there that I needed to remove. And that is where it is. I'm going to remove those two screws there in order to get to that piece of metal and put the new parts in. And this was a two-step process. So first I have to get the broken piece of metal out. Then I have to put the new gas cap in where the broken piece was. And then I have to replace the key cylinder so that the key that I use to start the bike will also open up the gas tank. Unfortunately, my camera skills are still being worked on, as some of the stuff you're going to see today is happening just out of frame. For those of you that don't know, this is my first mechanical project ever, really. I bought this bike at an estate sale, thought I could fix it up and get it running again. I've never really worked on things, and you're going to see a couple times where I get a little turned around on some of the mechanics of some of these things. But the nice thing about working on this motorcycle has been really that it's really simple mechanical stuff. It's very straightforward on how things function, and there's not a lot of computers, there's not a lot of multiple complex layers to things in order to make things happen. So just getting to this point felt pretty good. I was successfully able to remove the broken piece of metal, put the new gas cap in, and it looked like everything was going to be functioning the way it should. Now, I had to take the key cylinder out of the old gas cap to be able to put it in. And again, some of this is happening just out of frame, but I removed this rubber seal here at the bottom so that I could get to the metal parts, so that I could get to the key cylinder. That rubber piece on the bottom is actually going to be really important later. Now I've got the cylinder out, and again, this was one of those things I've just didn't think about. It's not going to slide perfectly in like I think it's going to. I have to go through a couple of mechanical steps to make sure that the piece will go in the way that it should. And here I finally figure out that I need to use the screwdriver to push that little tab in so that I can get the cylinder into place. And this started to feel like a really big win. This was huge. I'd done the very first thing that I wanted to with my motorcycle, which was replace a bad piece of hardware on it. And here we go, about to slide it in. And I'm feeling really excited, really good at this point, until I can't get the gas cap off. And unfortunately, the final solution happened off camera. I forgot to hit record, but it came down to this, that the new cylinder was not pushing the piece of metal that locks the gas cap in place. It was not pushing it open enough so that I could get it to reopen. So what I had to do was I had to replace that mechanism from the old gas cap onto the new gas cap. And now you can see it's working exactly as it should. And this truly was a moment where I went, wait a minute, I've hit a problem, I've solved my problem, and now everything works. And for someone who's not done this kind of stuff before, that was exhilarating. I had such a sense of pride and accomplishment on getting just this done. I know that it's a very simple mechanism and a very simple piece to do, but I had not tackled projects like this before, and this felt amazing to have solved this problem all by myself and not have to rely on anyone. So here it is, finally back installed, everything in place, and I'm feeling really good about how it went. There's more to come, more to see on the adventures of rebuilding this bike, and you can click above to watch another video or subscribe to the channel.